If labor was such a painful experience, then why then do some women give birth to three, four, five? Some even go as far as giving birth to 10 children. My grandmother, she gave birth to eight. So tell me, why then? You're all welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Diana. A lot of young people get scared when they hear about labor because they've not had an experience, they've never been pregnant. A pregnant woman can be scared. If you're a first time mom, you'll be scared of pregnancy. Like me, I was very scared when I discovered I was pregnant. The first thing that came to my mind was, wow, I'm going to the labor room. But one thing that keeps ringing in my head is, Nkechi next door. I'm older than Nkechi, and Nkechi just gave birth to her baby. A child of about 18 years can give birth. Why won't I? That was what I used all the time to console myself till I got into labor. So I got into labor at about 9 p.m. and that was in the evening. And when I discovered I was in labor, telling those around me I'm in labor, they felt I was joking because I'm a very playful person. But when they discovered I was very serious about it, I had to go being checked and I was 2 centimeter dilated. Usually in pregnancy, when you're in labor, they check by centimeter dilation. It depends on how close the baby is coming. Once the baby is 10 centimeter dilated, it means the baby is close. And that's when doctors will start telling you you can push out your baby. So I had to go being checked and I was 2 centimeter dilated. So my mom was with us at the time because she came earlier because of my last EED expected date of delivery. She came earlier because my last EED expected date of delivery was supposed to be 30th of December. So she came earlier so she can help give me the encouragement I need. So when I was in labor, she entered to the kitchen. She was an African mom. They always like to take good care of their own. So my mom came, entered the kitchen, made me good semovita with vegetable soup with a lot of protein in it, and asked me to eat so I'll have the strength to push out the baby. And so I ate. While I was eating, I was actually dancing. I'll take a lump, I'll dance around the sitting room, go round, come back and take a lump. They were even joking with it that I like food so much that even while I was in labor, I was eating. It wasn't up to 20 minutes after eating the food, I threw up everything. And let me tell you something. All through my pregnancy journey, I never had any pregnancy symptoms. Okay, let's check. Did I vomit? No, I didn't vomit. I didn't have that vomiting syndrome. I didn't have that. Was I feeling dizzy? No, I wasn't feeling dizzy. What? No, I don't think I had any pregnancies. Oh, yes. I had the symptom of spitting anywhere I go to and I get bad smell. I had strong sense of smell to the extent that if someone is very far from me, let's say I'm in the east and the person is in Lagos, I can perceive what the person is cooking. It's not like I feel hungry to eat what they are cooking, but I just have strong sense of smell at that time. So as I was saying, I threw up everything. It felt like all the pregnancy symptoms just came at that point. I was feeling dizzy, vomiting, and because of what I just put into my system. I was in labor all through the night. I started labor at 9 p.m. Imagine 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 hours. I was still in labor all through the night. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't do anything. But let me tell you something. Labor is not as painful as people tend to put it. Let's just say if you're a woman that have cramps, you understand what labor is. It's just that cramps is just a minor phase of labor. That is how it feels to be in labor. It's just that labor is like times two, times three of that your crampy feeling. That is the initial stage. As it keeps progressing, the pain keeps increasing. But it's not something that is unbearable. If it's unbearable, definitely no woman will give birth. So 9 hours I was in labor. They took me to the hospital at 6 a.m. in the morning. On getting to the hospital, they took my vitals. I was still in labor. And then they asked me to walk around so that it will help progress the labor. So I kept moving round and round and round in that pain. At some point, they were pitying me because I've not eaten anything all through the day. So they asked me to take something. And because of my previous experience of throwing up, I didn't want to eat. They bought me glucose and then diluted it with water and gave me to drink. You won't believe it. I still threw up. I then threw up. I was moving until 3:30 p.m. After 9 hours, we spent 9 hours at home. Oh. From that is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 1, 2, 3. Additional 8 hours. 17 hours in labor. I was in labor for 17 hours. By 3 p.m., I was moved to the labor room because I was 10 centimeter dilated at that time. They moved me to the labor room, went to call for the doctor on T. On getting to the doctor's office, they discovered the doctor hadn't come to work. They had to call him on phone. They called this man on phone and all he could say is he had an emergency. He's not coming to work today. He's on his way to Lagos. When I had the news, I became very scared. Imagine giving birth, there's no doctor on scene. I became very scared. Uh, yes, they say nurses can also take delivery, midwives do take delivery, but there's this safety it gives you when it's a professional, when it's a doctor giving, helping you birth your baby. Complications can come up, and when such complications come up and there's a doctor on seat, there's a doctor there, he can actually help do it. Midwives have their part. They can only give birth through the vagina. So you don't expect any complication to come up and a midwife or a nurse can handle it. So that was why I was actually scared. So we waited for some time. No doctor. They tried calling other doctors. There were no doctor to attend to me. Luckily for me, Oluwa answered my call. My husband came in. He's also a doctor. He came in, then he helped me with the delivery. I tried, and at the end of the day, I had a tear, and then my baby came out. Usually, I hear people say they give birth to placenta. I don't know how it's being done because I didn't give birth to my placenta. I didn't even know when the placenta came out. As soon as the baby came out, the placenta came out with the baby. Probably because I had a tear. That is why I didn't have the experience of giving birth to the placenta. And as soon as the baby, the placenta, everything came out, I felt so relieved. It felt like I was back to my usual self. Like for 9 months, I hardly could find myself. I can't sleep as I would like to sleep. They'll tell you to sleep by your side, preferably the left side. So I just felt myself, felt so relieved and happy, like a burden has been lifted off my body. It was the next day they had to pierce my baby's ears and then they gave us medication. I came back the next day because it was already late to come back by 4 p.m. After the delivery, they'll have to do it. Need I tell you? Reason I couldn't push my baby was because my baby was 4.2 kg. God really came through for me. And it was a V birth. God, really, really. All the clothes I bought for this child before delivery, none could enter her. Sometimes we as mothers we will buy some clothes and say when my baby is growing up she can wear this. You see something you really really like, you just say okay, my baby will grow up one day to wear them. You just pick them. Those were the clothes my baby started wearing. All the baby clothes, nice nice clothes I picked for her, none could enter her. So she started immediately with the baby clothes that are meant for the future. She started with the baby clothes that were meant for the future immediately after her birth. So pregnant women, when you are buying clothes, don't even buy much clothes. I don't advise you buy plenty clothes for a baby when you've not really seen the baby size. It's better when you see the baby. You can just buy few clothes that the baby can wear 2 3 days. Then once you see the baby size, you now go into the market to shop for beautiful clothes for your baby. uh so like I maybe also I feel I didn't have much problem with my delivery because I took dates. The house was called it Baby No. Hausa women take it a lot when they are pregnant. I started taking Baby No dates from my 35th week. It's advisable you take it. It helps relieve you of pain. I told you all through my labor period, while I was feeling pains, but I could like manage, do some things for myself. I think the date actually helped to reduce the labor pain for me. So maybe you should try it out if you are pregnant. And one day, if you are not pregnant now, one day you get pregnant. Please like, share, comment on this video. If you really like this content, you can share it to pregnant women. Let them know that labor is not as serious as they take it, because either way, just tell yourself either way the baby will come out of your body. And people have been doing it before you came in, so just know that. Thank you for watching this video.